Yeah, I was doing it too.
Okay, so let's say you want to do it. You're starting a show, and I just feel like, why am I'm so blurry when I look at myself. Can I look at myself in there? Hold on. I wake up in the morning and I look at myself. Oh, what have I become? I have my coffee and a shower and get going. Hey, everybody, that's fun. Is that how it works? Is that a TikTok? Was that a TikTok?
That could be a TikTok.
If it was like a song that was like, wake up in the morning and it's fun.
Oh yeah, and you like reveal yourself like after you've gotten ready.
Like, you're looking at the camera and you have like just the lowest effort font you could just put in that's like explaining the subtitles of like what's happening. Right?
Yeah.
I just don't have those skills, dude.
You do. It's easy.
I
You can do it.
them, you know?
If you can make an animation on your phone, you can figure out the TikTok.
Yeah, but whenever I send you a meme, you're like, that doesn't look like a meme. And I'm like, I don't understand.
It's the font. It's all in the font.
I tried to get the app.
It's like that thick font. I don't know what font it is.
It's Saturday morning.
Hey, Saturday morning.
And sometimes we have to come to you through a camera, and some other times we get to come to you through a screen.
Yeah.
So today we want to start by playing Little Rabbit, otherwise known as Mr. Rabbit. And we've played the song before, and we've talked a little bit about the history of this song, and there's a lot of different versions. So with folk songs, you'll probably find, one, that there's a lot of different chord progressions. Even the progressions might be different. Like, especially if it is a song like we talked about last time with 1, 4, 5, maybe they added a 2 or a 6 in there. It's true.
A 2 or a 6?
Right.
Oh,
we can try to see about how we would do that. But another thing that happens a lot in folk music and all sorts of music or anything that is in a folk tradition is the lyrics are changed and the lyrics are borrowed. So, you know, we learned this song from Casper Baby Pants, that he had changed verses. It's pretty recent, but the song goes much, much further back, and you can find people like Burl Ives, like a folk artist for children, you know, playing it a lot, and other people like Seeger and stuff like that. But of course, this should just be your go-to mode, is what I want to tell people basically about thinking about inspiration and thinking about art, is not to be like, oh, that person is a genius. Be like, who did that person like, you know? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times with folk music, we'll find the roots in blues songs and spirituals and songs that slaves sang, you know? So Mr. Rabbit has a long history for that. So it's definitely worth looking into, because as you go back too, the words are changed and the chords are changed. Mm-hmm. So that's just a little quick snippet on.
Wow, history and music.
Down the two.
Early on a Saturday morning.
And I think it's fun. Personally, I think it's fun to know who wrote the song originally.
Oh, definitely.
Know? If you like a song and you're just like, you know, it's like, how far can you go? You've heard it a bunch of times. Well, if it's a song that's that popular, there's a lot of other people you can find out about, and then you can find out about what kind of music they made and the type of music, and it's a never-ending sort of exploration that's really fun. And then you get all these records, and it's just so great. And you got a subscription. So we're going to play it in A to start, and we'll talk a little bit about it as we go. So it's A, D, A, D, A, D. So it just rocks back and forth like that. Maybe you can just go show them up by the camera. Just a little bit every time, you know. There you go. Okay, come on back with us. Thank you. Maybe we can set up that. We'll
See, I play the D chord with just one finger pressing against all 3 frets.
So let's do the test. It's only pressing against 3, so what's going on that open string? Oh, it's good. It's good. So one suggestion I had to spice your ukulele part up is, remember we talked about that the A is just positionally, like there's a D chord that's the same version. So you could like slide it on the ukulele to get a sound that's a little more like this.
Oh, he's double stacking.
I can.
Man, we're getting history. We're double stacking instruments.
Probably.
And how are you doing that?
Or like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is first we're gonna go. You can go up in the camera as I explain it to you, maybe.
Okay.
should we play the song first?
Nah, I don't know.
Okay, so move it. Okay, perfect. So you have your A, and we know that the A is a formation that we can move up, right? So what we gotta do though to move it up though, we have to change our fingers. So first, do what you're doing with the A, but trade it out to your second and third finger instead of your first and second finger.
Second and third finger, like
Yes.
that?
Now we're gonna just slide it up 1 fret, and our first finger is gonna replace the nut. So it's gonna have to bar the bottom 2. It doesn't look like it's barring the bottom 2. On the first fret. On the first fret, not on the second fret.
On the here?
Yes, think about it. Now slide it back to the A again. And now slide it up to the A sharp, B flat. See what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
If you can play that chord. No, where'd the nut go? Right, now let's move it up to C. Okay, we're at B flat. So the next one's B, and then a full step up to C. What fret are we on? We look like
I should have gone like this.
There's your C. Compare it, memorize where it is, and compare it with an open C. And I love how, even though we're always saying you should play your C finger with your third finger, that's when you're in opening position. Zach did the right move there.
All right.
Otis
Who's
did
Zach?
I don't know. He's this guy I know that I'm teaching how to play ukulele.
I don't know Zach.
Okay, so now go one more full step up. That's 2 frets to our D. And now remember the chord and mark it. You're starting at the 5th. Some people maybe when they look down they see where they're ending. I like to know where you're starting, not where you're ending. I like to know where you're starting. That's right. So it's the first dot probably on a lot of people's board. It's the 5th fret.
See the
Is
dot.
it your first dot or do you have a third dot too?
It's my first dot.
Okay, sometimes there's a third dot, but only on beginner guitars. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to practice playing. Now that you're in that position, just play that and then, okay, well. But it's going to be kind of stilted at first if you're just practicing it. Maybe try the picking where it goes down from the top. Bing, boom, boom, boom. It's hard, right? So another thing is when you're playing chords like that are sliding, like you might have your first finger catch it afterwards. And what I mean by that is, and then we'll play some of the song.
They're like, come on, just play the music. What do you gotta teach it?
What I mean by that is so if I'm doing this thing with my A, you can kind of watch my first finger, and you can notice that my first finger falls probably a little bit after I'm strumming it, because my first finger can kind of catch up, so I can go. So I'm not taking my second and third finger off at all, I'm sliding them. And I just like lay it down after. Normally you'd want all the chord to come, you'd want the chord to be all done by the time you start strumming it, but if you're strumming from the top and you're going down, you have that little bit of a time that a lot of people you might notice when they're doing quick chord changes for them, their fingers cascade, they don't like plant at the same time. And
it creates a little scoop.
And they cascade like with technique, or like because of necessity, or technique is usually, and inventiveness is usually born out of necessity. So we're going A, D, A, D, A, A. Little rabbit, your tail is mighty white.
Better to see me in the cool black night. Every little soul must shine. Every little soul must shine.
All right, let's go over that chorus. So remember, I'm picking it back up.
I can only sing it now. I gotta learn to play it. Okay.
Well, you can just play it. You play the root chord, right? And you just do that thing in between when you're not singing to be cool. You know what I mean? With the slide, I'm saying, in between.
Okay.
Okay, but so let's go over what the chorus is. It goes. So the verse is 1, 4, 1, 1-4. Are you going to change from out do some dancing? She's going to want the mic. We got a baby shark coming.
She's making it baby shark.
That's the thing. They're all the same. But baby shark has the minor in it that we're going to talk about today. Okay, so it's 1 and 4, A and D. Then we're going to go 4-1-5-1 for the chorus. So that's D, A, E, A, D, A, E, A, D, A, E, A, D, A, E, A. So if you're at home, you might be having trouble with what E you should play. So what E's do we know?
I only know how to do this one.
Oh, and look at our chord sheet. We don't have any of the chord families up, I just realized. So the E is difficult for you on the ukulele, and that's why I have this kind of for beginner pros, I'd say.
Right, for the
so
CFG families.
So people who are definitely learning and from any area, and the thing is I was showing it in A. Let's transpose it to C, because that chord, that 5 chord will be your G. But your E might be kind of difficult, and we can talk about that, but let's try to...
That's going to change the way we sing it.
So that's the other thing you want to do, too, especially when you're mic'd. Just go and really hear it in your head. C is pretty easy to come back to. Little, and you can even take
Rabbit, little rabbit.
Little rabbit, little rabbit. Your is mighty gray. So it's C, F, C, F, C, F. Which way there?
Playing CF.
F, C. There you go.
So I was playing.
He was playing, to be fair, he was playing those chords, but he was playing FC while I was playing CF.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So then the chorus will be, like I said before, 4-1-5-1. So F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C. Yeah, still.
Am I still doing it?
Yeah, you're still doing it. There you go. You have a little trouble hearing because they're very similar.
Yeah, I do.
They have a lot of the same notes in them, but... Little rabbit, little rabbit. It is a mighty long.
Yes, my friend, just to hear this song. Every little soul must shine. Every little soul must shine.
Okay, but that's not really your register.
I just gave up playing. Yeah, I know.
That's not really your register, so you just need to find the C, which is oh.
Oh.
Go find the middle C. That's for me. You probably even hit the high C.
Hit the high C all night.
Like, little rabbit,
Little rabbit.
Yeah. Your tail is mighty wide.
Wow. Where does it go?
Where it is.
I know. Once you go, there you go.
So,
Little rabbit, little rabbit.
Then sing that part in your head. Okay, let's try.
But what about the chorus?
Little rabbit. Your tail is
Mighty
mighty
won't.
wide.
Not what? Better to see. Is that where it goes?
Better
Better-
to see me in the cool black night. Every little soul must shine.
Every little soul must shine.
So if you're having trouble with stuff like that at home, something you might want to do is try practicing songs in different keys. Actually,
I need to
because
practice.
that way a song like this, you can change the verse. So now let's change it to G would be the easiest. So it's G, C, G, C, G, C. And when we do the chorus, it goes C, G, E, G, C, G, E, G. Or slow it down a little bit, it goes C, G, E, G, C, G, E, G. Okay, now we're going to change the time signature. So these are all different
Oh my
modifiers.
gosh.
So gonna access a waltz. Little rabbit, your feet are mighty fast.
Ain't you heard that nothing lasts?
He can change sound signals. I
was
keep
that it?
changing it up on you. Little rabbit,
I'm a creature of habit.
feet are mighty fast.
Ain't you heard that nothing lasts? Every little soul must shine.
Let's swing it.
Every little soul must
Yeah, if you
shine.
want to change to a waltz from a 4 count, you want to swing it, so swinging it helps you. Little rabbit, your tail is fluffy.
Ain't you thought you had enoughy?
I thought it was I'm a cute little bunny. Okay, so
Okay.
we want to talk about that song, but today what I really want to talk about is if you joined us last time, we talked about 145 songs, so that was a 145 song, and today I just wanted to show a little bit about adding the 6. So let's say we wanted to add the 6 to that song. So we were just playing it in G. So what is our 6? It's easier than an E major on a ukulele.
F,
Boo boo.
E.
That's right. So, and it's on the sheet right here. It comes after D, right?
Uh-huh.
Notice on this sheet that it's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they do take a moment to stop and change something, and they put 2 5s in there. So that doesn't count as a step up or a half step up. It says it's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So the 7 and the minor and other augmentations of the chord are variations of its position, but the variations of the chord, but the position remains the same. So we could do it in C because C is a really comfortable key for us. Let's say we went back to playing the song in C. Little rabbit,
Little rabbit.
Okay. And then we know the chorus does the F, C, G, C, or 4, 1, 5, 1. And that little thing too, that's a very common thing in the song. When it has that chord progression, it goes da da da, kind of leaves it open-ended, da da da, then puts a button on it. It's just like they're just all variations in many, many, many songs. So let's say we wanted to add the 6 on our C. So not only is the 6 the 6, but it's also called the relative minor because it's a relative to the chord because it has a lot of the same notes in it. Let's try it out on a ukulele and see. So play a C chord, that's our 1. Okay, then what's our 6th minor?
E minor?
How are we getting that? How are we finding our C?
Oh, wait, sorry. C. We're doing C,
Oh yeah, E minor was our G.
C, and then C's the 1, D,
Wait, just skip the plan. You know where the 5 is to the C
E,
kind of
F,
naturally,
G.
right?
G
Wait.
minor?
That's the 5.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Okay,
so,
minors
sorry.
are only variations, they're not steps.
A minor?
Yes. So do you know the 5 for a C kind of well in your head if you're just like...
Yeah.
So that eventually when you learn that, then to learn the 6, you just go one past it. You don't have to count them.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
Well, I like to count.
Well, we're not going to have time.
I love
When
counting.
you're playing the big show, you're not going to have time to count. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you tricks of the trade. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
1, 4. Okay, so play
The
a
beginner
C chord,
rocker.
play a C chord, and then play its. Now play the 6th minor to the C, otherwise known as the relative minor. Pluck each note one by one, starting with the C, and try to think of what the notes are. Can you call the notes? You probably can.
G, C, E, C.
Right, high C. What's the A minor made up of? G, C, E, C. What's the A minor?
It would be A sharp.
No, it's A.
It's A.
It can't be an A sharp because it's A minor.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
an A made. It's a
A, C, E, A.
Right. So the other one we had 2 C's, and the other one we had 2 A's. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but a lot of the notes were similar. So this is called not only the 6th, it's called the relative minor. So when you add the relative minor into a song, it could go from like. So most of these songs, so every little soul must shine. Every That was the tiniest thing. But instead of going every, I just switched to every. So there's the A minor and C sound really similar. So you could even sing the same thing you were going to sing, and it'll texture it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Every little soul must shine. Every little soul must shine. Every little soul must shine. But it's even better if you're playing in 4/4. Instead of these 1-2-1 for rockers, you just give them equal time in a 4-part song, basically. So the most common progression, a super common progression, is 1. Is that what I'm thinking of? No, 1. No, 4-1. 1-5-4-6. Well, there's so many of them. Let's go into the internet and see. Okay?
Yeah, let's check.
Try to play 1-4-5-6 first.
1, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 4, 5,
Okay.
6,
Right.
6.
And remember, the 6 is the minor. We're using the minor. Now, what about this one? Is really popular. 1, 5, 6 minor, then 4. A lot of people who are just learning to play guitar are definitely always say, "Hey man, can I borrow your guitar?" And I want to try to play through some Bob Marley song. Because these are really good songs that people learn that are they're rooted in something like that. So No Woman No Cry is definitely one of the most popular ones I can think of that's older. But let's look at some of the other songs. So try to play 1-5-6-4, and the 6 is the minor. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and go into the nether sphere. 1, 2, 3. Launch it.
Whoa!
No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Wait, here. Launch it.
Whoa!
And
Whoa!
we can take down the chord chart. And what we're going to do is, we're going to go, I know, it's really confusing, but now this is what we're looking at. Okay, so here's the progression. And I'm on camera here, but you can't really see me.
Oh, okay.
There's a better way to do this. I just had trouble routing it through.
Cool.
But I'm going to bring my mic over here so I can just talk about it. Okay, so, you know.
1, 5, 6, 4.
Yes, so there's a lot of progression. This is they actually call it, let's try this one. 1-5-6-4. Can you try this one?
Yeah.
It's called Optimistic. That's the one that's like all the pop songs that I can think of. You know that song? It's a beautiful, I think. You know that song? You're beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's optimistic, but here's pessimistic. A minor, F, C, G. So we just move them around a little bit. That's our 6, 4, 1, 5. So now let's go down really quickly and take a look at some of these, and you're gonna take a look real quick. Maybe you know some of these songs.
Wow. So many songs.
So you find one of them that you know.
Okay.
And you go, just tell me when.
I'm trying.
Let's see here. I'll guess what maybe. Do you like? See, they should just have the hits. We just want the #1 hits. We don't want all these. This is too many. Like,
So many.
here's Despacito. That was popular recently. Are you into Despacito?
I
How
don't
about
know
Crying?
very well. What?
Crying by Aerosmith.
Crying?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know that one.
Sometimes, you know, I'm Going Down by Bruce Springsteen. That's a good song. I'm sure you'll find one you know. Let's see if he does find one he knows. Kids by Management. By oh,
I
I
know.
can't believe I just said that on here.
It's MGMT.
Sorry, KIADS by MGMT. So it goes like. But here's the thing: go look at what it is. So what is it? Read it.
4, 6, 1, 5.
I think that was our pessimistic. Yes. And it's in F sharp minor, a real pain. Obviously, they would do that. They're like computers. No, they're really great musicians, but they also use a lot of computers. So, that's why maybe that song is singularly interesting to your ear.
The root chord is F minor.
The lead in that song is what really makes you bump, 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 that you remember. But the thing is the chord progression's still there. So the root chord is F sharp minor. Let's not do that to ourselves. Let's just do it in C. We don't have to worry about. That's the thing is, if you're playing an instrument where you can't do all those in between chords with the sharps and the flats, you can just change it to C. Now you know how to transpose it yourself. So we come in, we look here, and it says it's 4, 5, 1, 6. And remember our 6, 4, 1, 5.
Which one's kids?
It goes 6, 6, 6 is A minor, and then our 4 is our F, and our home, and our 5. So it goes A minor, F, then C, G. It goes. Oh, you don't know the song? I thought this is one you definitely know. It goes like this. It goes.
Probably do.
When you're a child, crawling on your knees, started making mama so proud, but your voice is too loud.
So that song is one of them, and what's great about that type of music that's like somewhere between indie pop and EDM and stuff that people do dance to is they usually use a loop structure for a lot of the songs instead of there being a verse, chorus, bridge. It's like if you know the chord progression, you can probably play most of the song. Let's see if we can find one or two more that we could. So this is like what you could do yourself. You know, instead of really trying to be like, you could just go on a whole nother limb and be like, I'm playing ukulele, I feel comfortable with the C family, and instead of having to look up a million tabs, you might be able to just find the progression of the song and write it yourself for what's comfortable for you. That's why people, when they release covers, they might release it in an interesting key using a capo or something, and your ears have never heard that before. Because your ears are kind of used to hearing these really dominant pop keys that are the ones we play in C and G, really. So they're lonely? What about So Lonely? Do you know?
Tension and release.
What about So Lonely? Yeah, totally. Well, remember we saw one was called Optimistic and one was called Pessimistic and other things like that. And you could try to put words to these, but I think it'd be best if you kind of thought about it in words and then you just got a feel for it. Because we don't want to tie them down to anything. It's music, you know. It's kind of like, it's like we're learning to cook, but it's also like how much can you really describe food at a certain point? You have to eat it.
You gotta eat it.
You have to make it or eat it, or both of those things to really understand. So The Police, how about that? So Lonely, I know that song. From 1978, C major.
You know the words to that song?
Yeah, it's like, well, someone told me yesterday, no woman, no cry. It's just like No Woman, No Cry. It's the really dominant one.
Yeah, the Police took some reggae pages out of the reggae book, right?
Definitely. All over. Sting does a lot of different stuff from all over the place. So this is the really popular one. This is the 1465. I mean the 1564.
Yeah.
Wait, why do I keep saying that? It's the 1465. Yeah, that's the really popular one.
No, it's
How do I keep
1564.
It's 1564. I know, okay. And there's a lot of songs. Oh, maybe there was a song called Crazy Game of Poker by Orr that I know is the same song. Let's keep going
So
down.
it's 1, and it goes to the 5, which is the next, and then it pushes a little bit back, and then it falls back on the 4.
But it doesn't push it back, because think about it, it pushes it forward if we're just going to
forward, yeah, forward.
But really more like what is the relative minor as far as words go, because we kind of talked about tension and stuff. The relative minor is familiar because it's all the same notes like we talked about, right? But a little, that's why it's saying pessimistic and optimistic. It's a little bit like everything's shifted a little bit. I guess I would, in my, you know, like a G is like comfortable home, and we're in like pop or country. But it's like same place, but more introspective.
Mm-hmm.
So one more. Let's see if we can find. Oh, Zombie. Oh yeah, that's what all the people. Okay, and this is another one, Bob Marley. So I've been a lot of places with this here guitar and another guitar.
I love the song Zombie.
And people always ask me for my guitar. Say, hey man, can I try your guitar? Sometimes they wail. Usually if you wail, you probably have your own guitar because that's how like you like couldn't travel without a guitar. A lot of people always want to play 2 songs. They want to play No Woman, No Cry, and they definitely, all around the world too. Like this one especially out of where I've been.
Really?
Zombie. They
Really?
love Zombie. So Zombie is 4. Why do I keep reading these wrong? Zombie is 5.
It's 6. 6415. See, I love Roman numerals.
Oh, it's the same as kids. See, this is what we're trying to do. Like
6415.
Do you know the words of that one?
Not the verse, no.
And it's the same song. Falling on your knees toward it. Making mama so proud. So a lot of these songs, like, that's why when you see people do it, there's a band that was really popular doing the dominant one that we were talking about before. That was 1564, and they put all the songs together and do it, and they did it as a huge comedy bit. And a lot of my friends said it to me, and it was really cool. And it's definitely worth checking out. And other YouTubers have done it too, where they just make like a whole medley.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you leaving? Well, let's play another song or two to finish up the show.
Oh, that will be lovely.
And use
Do we have a song that fits the 1564? I wonder if there's now that I know about this phenomenon, I wonder if I've already been doing it.
So, another really popular song is called Wagon Wheel.
Oh
That's
boy.
like- people are so over Wagon Wheel, but Wagon Wheel has a really cool story, also in the folk tradition. So yeah, it's the same. I mean, obviously when you change the rhythm of something, it changes a lot, you know? This is the one that's the really dominant C, G, A minor, F. So if you're interested in the song Wagon Wheel, let me just close this. Are you ready to go back into the, ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I bet I can get you in there too. You want to be in there? Let's see, I think you're here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, get in there. Ready? You want to go?
Yeah.
You're gone, dog.
Whoa!
You want to go?
I'm
You're
scared.
gone.
Ow!
All right,
I'm
you're
tired.
gone. I'm gone. Wait, everyone's gone. Well, we don't want everyone to be gone. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this one on, and let's turn Zach back on. And we'll turn
What does that look like on their end?
I'm sure it's very dizzying. Okay, so we were talking a little bit about Wagon Wheel just because we were talking a little bit about folk songs and stuff. See, most of the time it's talking. This is what it's like when you're in my classroom.
So much talking.
When
Let's
you're in
just
my
play
classroom,
the
too,
song.
They're like, put the YouTube on, please. So, who knows anything about Wagon Wheel? Do you know anything about Wagon Wheel?
I know that at some open mic nights you're not allowed to play it anymore. They have a sign.
funny.
They
It's
have a
like
sign
the-
that says "No Wagon Wheel."
I've never seen that. I would like to know where that is.
Really?
That sounds like that. Do you know that Wayne's World joke? Where you go into a guitar, he goes into the guitar store to play, and he starts playing "Stairway to Heaven," and there's a neon sign above him. It's like every guitar player wants to play "Stairway to
Yeah,
Heaven."
yeah.
It's the same thing, but now people don't know what "Stairway to Heaven" is.
It's also a long song, right? Like it kind of takes a long time to sing.
Okay, wait 1 second. Can you entertain them? Why don't you play a song?
So I remember like whenever I went out to eat at a steak restaurant in West Texas called the Big Texan. Raise your hand if you've been to the Big Texan. Try to do the 72-ounce steak competition. Anyways, they had these music players going around to every table, and they were asking like, "What kind of song do you want to hear?" And I was kind of like, maybe some Willie Nelson, or maybe some who sang "Coal Miner's Daughter"? Who sang "Coal Miner's Daughter"? And I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter.
I don't know, but that sounds like another song. which is what we're talking
We
about.
asked for this lady. I don't remember her name. Why can't I remember her name? Anyways, we gave all these suggestions, and they were like, all right, well, rock me, mama, like a what? And I was like, oh, I didn't ask for. That's the one song I didn't really want to hear while we were eating dinner, and it's a really long song. It takes a long.
Not that long?
I mean, like
I can play it really fast.
it's at
I
least
bet.
like 6 minutes.
No way.
It's long.
Maybe how that person's playing. It's a pop, what? It's become popular as a pop song. I bet you the Darius Rucker version is 3.5 minutes.
No
tops.
way. No way.
Maybe they took some liberties and they're like, but there's only 3 verses. There's no bridge in that song. They don't even change. They literally don't even change the chord progression.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be why people play it so much at open mic nights.
Well, that must be why people play it so much over mic nights, and also because that's why pop radio played it so much too. Think about it that way. Think about like that. Taste is like given out unless you search it.
Yeah.
You know, and you just take it as is. So it's a Darius Rucker song, and first people. Okay, here's the best part for me. If you in music, because Hootie and the Blowfish were my first concerts ever. You know, but I grew up in Texas, so I went to see Hootie and the Blowfish. I went to see Fish. I went to see bands like No Effects, but I also saw like a lot of country music, and I like country music, popular. You know, and people were like, Darius Rucker's going country, but it's like it sounds almost the same to me as Hootie. Okay, Hootie's a little more pop, like produced, but the songs are very similar. So it's not like modern country.
Do these kids know about Hootie and the Blowfish?
No, definitely.
Probably not.
But the parents maybe are going to show it to them later. So if you ever heard Darius Rucker's version, but you know that's a cover, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was popularized by a band called Old Crow Medicine Show.
Yeah.
Right? And they are sort of like a bluegrassy outfit. But it was kind of like when folk they were just on the cusp of when folky, bluegrassy stuff got like kind of popular for pop music with all the kids. And then that turned into a meme. Because even these kids, I don't know what. So anyways, but they did not write the whole song. That's not the whole story. The 2 members of that band got a tape that was like, sometimes if you're a music fan, you can come by these tapes. Oh, for people like Dylan, they're starting to release these types of things, like all these bootlegs and stuff. But still, there's even more bootlegs. So, you know, I like to go to stores or find things online that are like, you can't find it anywhere. And they got this tape that was the outtakes from Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, which is a movie about Billy the Kid, more Western mythology stuff. And on it, the soundtrack is by Bob Dylan, and on it there was an outtake for a song called "Rock Me, Mama," and there was no verse. He was just a lot of artists will do this. They'll go, and then they know what the chorus is going to be, and then it slowly comes together. So it was like there were no verses, but the chorus was written. So
That's interesting.
It's a Dylan chorus. And they use the same chord progression, which is like whatever, because it's so many chord progressions.
So they wrote all the verses to fit this
verses
chorus.
to fit it. Which
They
I
colored
think
it in.
Is cool. It's really cool.
It's cool, man.
It's cool, and it's like, but most people will never know that, you know.
I had no
A lot of
idea.
people, popular radio, because even you know about Old Crow Medicine Show, but I think most of the people that know about that song probably only know about the Darius Rucker and Beyond version in the pop country world. Then it's to the multiples of millions, you know. So you never know.
Wow.
So now you can't. All you can hear is that song. We'll try all of them together.
Are you doing it in the C chord?
Yeah, the C chord, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor. I bet you could show off your little picking and you go like. So we just learned a lot of songs, you know. But there was some that we didn't even talk about it. Sometimes you have to change the tempo of it. You have to double or half time it for the other songs. You know, this song is like. like this. So maybe the right one. We'll put 1 and 5 and 4 and 6 minor and 4 in the lyrics. I wonder. I wonder something with 5 in it.
Okay, sorry.
Right, a line that has 5 in it.
Yeah. High fives all around.
Oh, how about the one wonder?
Yeah. High fives
Five.
all around.
How does it go with wonder? Oh, okay, how about I wonder when high fives all around. Movies. That's our 6. So 6 is like a hard word to get in there. You know?
Sitting on 6 sticks.
I want it to make more sense, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's hard.
What I wonder. I gotta change it to high five. 6. Oh, the relative minor is what we can call it. The 6 minor is the relative minor. Oh, I wonder when I can give a high five. My relatives, or a minor, or one for anyone alive. I got it in there. It's a quarantine, 1 5, relative minor, 6 minor, 4 song. And it goes like this. Well, I wonder when I can finally give a high five to some of my relatives, or a minor, and give one for anyone alive. Anyway, hey.
You gotta put a little Dylan in there.
I can actually control the Dylan knob from 1 to 10. Tell me what to turn it to and I'll do it.
Randy Newman?
No, that's not on the Dylan knob. The Dylan knob
Sorry.
just goes 1 to 10.
Oh, sorry. 9.
Wonder when I can give a high hand. My relatives, my
Wait, can you sing Dylan at a 1 when you're doing the 1?
I am
And
Dylan at
and
one.
do and do.
I can't. I actually.
You
the
can't go to
knob's stuck-
0?
The knob's stuck at 3. Rock me, mama, any way you feel.
I'm rocking.
Was that a show? I think it was a show.
Was that a full show?
I think so.
Yeah. Little rabbit, little.
Yeah, play it. So next time on the show, we're going to come back and we're going to do all songs. How about this? You should look them up too at home, and we're going to do all songs. With
All
the,
songs.
With the 1, 5, 6, 4 progression.
That's it. That's the numbers.
All right.
Sounds good. I can't wait till then.
Play us out.